formula for economic success, as told to us by his son Jesus Christ, doesn't really involve money at all. It's having to do with the basic necessities of life, the things that humans need: clothing, food, shelter. Hi everyone, thanks for watching. If you like what I'm doing, please be sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Tesla stock has plummeted and then rocketed right back up over the past few weeks. It's hit a low of $102 and then it went back up to about 180, I think. Right now it's like in the high 160s. Tremendous volatility in this stock of this company that at times makes Elon Musk the richest man in the world. I'm not sure where he is right now. It just so much depends on where the price of his company is. And it's interesting how it happened. People have known for a long time that the price of Tesla stock is greatly inflated. It's much higher than makes sense for any kind of company. You're having to factor in a very unrealistic amount of growth into your model if you're going to come up with a justification for the price where it's at, or especially where it was recently. I think came down from a high of like over $400 a share. So it's a stock with a value that doesn't necessarily match its revenue or even its growth potential. But because so many people are excited and hopeful about it, it has commanded a very high value. Now, recently, as people started realizing that the growth phase of that company was slowing, the year-over-year growth was slowing, still very impressive, but slowing, and the year-over-year growth in car sales was slowing, and they actually started recording profits. Now, why would that make a stock look overvalued? If they're recording profits, isn't that a good thing? Well, it means that again, they're slowing down on the growth. They're not losing money like they used to in that very fast growth phase. They're actually starting to book some profits, which means they have money left over from their expansion. So the combination of the quantitative tightening by the United States Federal Reserve, the slowing growth rate of Tesla sales, and the overall outlook where a lot of experts and ordinary people are feeling pessimistic about the future and expecting recession and a tightening of the economy, led to Tesla's stock coming down very, very fast. Oh, and of course, Elon Musk selling a lot of his stock to finance his purchase of Twitter. So as these different factors were weighing on the value of Tesla stock, Tesla starts slashing prices in order to hit their sales goals for the year. They slashed prices in China, in Europe, and then the United States as well. And they slashed prices significantly, which spooked investors, seeing that the future potential for revenue was being cut even more. So anyhow, Tesla hit a low of $102 and then quickly started going back up as people bought in at the low prices. And then Tesla released an earnings report that showed very strong sales, and they made very positive forecasts for the coming quarters in 2023. So now that makes Tesla look pretty strong. They were slashing prices, meaning their cars are much more affordable, yet their revenues and their forecast for future revenues are looking strong. Stock goes shooting back up to a high of 180. Again, less than half of its all-time high, but still a huge recovery from the $102 that it was at. And imagine people who, I'm sure there were some who were able to get in at or near the lows and ride that up and sell at or near the highs and make a tremendous amount of money in a very short amount of time. So what's the Christian perspective on this story and stories like this? Money does things to our psyches. It excites us in ways that nothing else does. It incites jealousy, incites fear of missing out, incites a desire to have more money, to be like that person who sees that opportunity and made a lot of money. The biggest stories in finance are about this or that opportunity that these people took and ended up being very successful, and that leads to a situation in society where people are always wondering, wow, can I get on that next rocket ship to some tremendous amount of wealth? Think of the story of the people who bought Bitcoin early and became multimillionaires, or in some cases billionaires, and how that story has persisted all through the years ever since it happened. So that even when Bitcoin has lost more than half its value, there's still this tremendous allure for that asset. People thinking, well, there's a chance that if I buy in, I could quintuple my money. And this could be my lottery ticket, as it were, out of any financial difficulties and into a future of wealth and financial freedom. It's a very seductive thing. Money and the making of money, especially the making of fast, easy, big money. Now, we all have, I think, good ideas of what we would do if we had a lot of money. But the truth is, in some ways, it's hard to stick to those goals when you actually make them. So many people, myself included, I've been through this, have an idea, well, if I had this much money, I would do this or that good thing. Once you get there, you have other things to be concerned about, and some of those ideals get suppressed or go out the window. Now, thankfully, the Lord has helped me to be able to do some of the good things that I had hoped to do with money, and I encourage anyone to take that step of faith, as it were, if you find yourself in possession of some money, more than you had previously, for example. Try to do something good with that. The Lord will reward you, and you will find reward by doing good in the world and being a blessing to people. But interestingly, God's formula for economic success, as told to us by his son Jesus Christ, doesn't really involve money at all. It's having to do with the basic necessities of life, the things that humans need: clothing, food, shelter, and we're told to trust God for those things and to make sure that those around us have those things. That's kind of the success and the goal of the kingdom. The kingdom of God is to make a better world according to God's plan, and that is a reward of someone who is a part of the kingdom. You don't get paid in cash and luxury items. You get paid in seeing the world become a better place. And at that time, when heaven finally meets earth and things are restored, you're going to have a part in that next age, a part that is very desirable. And that there are so many things that anybody can do, even without any money. You can put carbon in the ground. You can literally make the earth a bit better. Make the earth a host for the creatures that live on the earth. You can show love to people. You can spread around some goodness to others, show an interest in people. Take a genuine interest in people and see how that makes them and you feel. It's very rewarding, and it doesn't cost anything. So put some goodness into the earth. Sequester some carbon, sow some seeds, filter some water into the ground, show some love around to others. Let's get our hands and our feet and our faces and just everything about us involved in making the world a more pleasant, better place with more love. That's even better than buying the next hot stock before it takes off. All right, well, thanks for watching. Please let me know what you think. Let's have some discussion in the comments section. Bye for now.